Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and Lady Sakura. Okay, so we are completely full. Story-wise, we could get another officer. And other than that, we can't do anything else. Okay. Blemigan. Well, let's find a Blemigan at some stage. Now, let's go to the map. Okay. Yeah, Godr's Morn is going to have to be later because we're sticking around this area. We're basically going to be going probably there, then down this way. Or like there, then more like, well, we want to go to Estival as well, so. So let me think, there, then probably Estival after. But Phantom King's Hall makes it. So maybe like this. And then down. Okay. I think that's probably the way we're going to do it. So like that. Okay. Hopefully I remember that. So yeah, let's let them leave. Hopefully. Okay, good. They went a different way. Didn't seem to mind us shooting them cheekily. Although if they catch us, I'm sure they'll make us pay for it. Luckily though, this captain's not much of a navigator, even compared to us. Okay, so we're going to Khan's Shadow, so we have to go around this way. Yeah, so last time I was talking about kind of online gaming, and I'm more talking about like kind of multiplayer, kind of MMO type games, but you know, for me, I would love to have a game where, well, first of all, you don't get killed by massive blue crabs. Let's avoid that. But I'd love to have a game where, as I said before, that the actual world, the map of the world, is like bigger than like something 10 times the Earth or even more. I think would be great. We're going way too fast. I think that'd be amazing to have something like that. And then also, you know, instead of there being like, you know, in MMOs you maybe do a quest and you get the map, or you uncover a part of the area and then it gives you a map. I'd love if instead of doing that, that if in the game players were able to make maps, you know, so someone basically, they'd be playing the game in order to explore areas and then kind of chart things and make maps. And then some maps will be accurate, some maps won't be. And then the players whose maps are the most accurate, then like they would, in the in-game economy, they would kind of prosper. You know, obviously people would still, you know, it's people are people, they post the maps online and stuff, but I'm talking about like it'd be something you'd be able to use in game, whereas otherwise you wouldn't have a map to use in game. And I think stuff like that would be nice. But let's have a look at this. So, oh, it's recurring nightmares, so let's definitely flee. We failed. Okay, we got 6 terror. Now let's go to Khan's Shadow. Let's get a port report. And I think that's all we can do. We don't have a submarine. What do we need for that? Element of Dawn. Yeah, we're not going to get any of that anytime soon. And we don't have a hunting trophy there. Okay. Right, now. Let's keep going. So the plan was to go to Visage next, or Visage, whichever way you want to say it. But yeah, I'd love to have like a massive MMO world where there is like, sailing and mountain climbing, and basically kind of going back to the time when the Earth was largely unexplored, where like people only knew what was, even what was over the next hill was something mysterious. And I'd love to have a world like that where that was the case, and players would go exploring and maybe they'd find something that no one else had ever been to, even after years of playing the game. And then stuff like when a player found a particular place, maybe they could name it, as long as like they'd have to obviously have some kind of rules about naming, so that people don't call everything like rude names and stuff. But it'd be kind of nice to have the players naming things, and then like stuff where a lot of stuff would be like player driven, so that if players settled in a particular place, then that place became bigger and more famous, and then the game would generate more kind of NPCs for the area and more services and stuff like that. And then if you wanted to get new weapons, it would be like players that make new weapons, and people would have to practice. Okay, so let's see. We don't spin them a story because we want to keep our one. Okay, so let's attempt to calm them. We succeeded, good. And then let's dock. Yeah, so it'd be nice like if players actually made weapons, and then again the quality of weapons varied from where you bought them, and then players that made decent weapons again would prosper, and ones that didn't would kind of would be basically put out of business because nobody would want to buy their stuff. I think that kind of stuff would be great in a game, but obviously the problem is that when you have all these kind of high ideas, players just find ways to break things, and then the whole thing's just screwed. So that's one of the problems, I guess. Let's see what it says here. That will have to do. The department merchant gives you a confused account of crocodiles and honey cakes and something about ear blockage. To this you add your own impressions about the street layout close to port and the types of commerce here. When the lights are especially bright, it is possible to make out the details of the profile of that great stone face. Okay, and then let's go ashore. Okay, let's check in at the custom house. Right, so let's go with the locust mask this time. Moon moth settles the locust mask over your head. The eye holes are covered with a thin gold film through which valuable objects gleam more brightly. May you find a happy harvest, says Moon moth. Then, when you have partly turned away, it double knots the ties on its purse, as though you're likely to pick its pockets. Doesn't it know you can see it? Okay, let's visit the library. Stooped at lintel, enter the dark. A room of heavy stone, guarded by a golden statuette of a woman with outstretched arms. The scroll niches sorted to correspond to a variety of masks: the jackal and the lioness, the crocodile and dung beetle. One in the mask of lotus blossom is standing at a lectern, reading in silence. Let's ask about the purpose of the room. Followed on an M for mass. Moomot explains, people think it means something like library of fragments, but this is wrong. The parts in question are like parts in a play. This is where the denizens of Visage come in order to learn how to perform their masks more accurately, more completely, with a truer spirit. Well, we've got to do one of them, I guess, so let's pick the pocket of the readers. We succeeded, good. Dip your fingers into a crocodile's purse and acquire a few coppers from a heron. The coins here are no more than tiny copper chips, each stamped with an eye sigil. The exchange rate must be thousands of these to the echo, hardly worth taking home, but you have acted as a locust is meant to act. Anyhow, there are no scrolls for locusts in the Library of Parts. Okay. Let's end our performance and leave the island. Now, I'm going to set off. Where to next? So next is the Isle of Cats, just down this way. Yeah, Isle of Cats, Reef of Roses, then all the way up to Fallon Hold, across the Aistawell. Okay. Yeah, so back to like my MMO idea, like, you know, and I know that like it wouldn't happen because players would just wreck everything, but I'd love something like that where, you know, it's things that players create that people are buying and have an economy like that. So, but not like the way it is on, say, Second Life or stuff like that, where, like, what I'm talking about is that, say, if someone was a, say, a blacksmith or like a weaponsmith, then that's what they do, you know, and it take them a long time to actually get good at it, and they'd have to source their material. It wouldn't just be a case of, oh, go to the market and just get your material there. Like, maybe they'd have to give quests to other players if they wanted a certain material, so they'd have to maybe give a quest to someone, or, you know, stuff like that. Now, let's see, let's go to Port Cavendish. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens, brightly painted alehouses. The southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the neat hauling cargo, dicing and brawling, good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties, sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. Okay, let's get our port report. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. Was it a Canate trimaran nestled beside a vessel from the Iron Republic? The dock hands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The caddies talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy, but even the most hardened sailors lower their voices when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the Admiralty will understand what they mean, even if you don't. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the Abbey. Crimson clad mellifluous sisters patrol its ramparts and tend their hives of lamplighter bees. Okay, we can't do that. And how about this? Oh, we shouldn't have done this. Let's just do that then. Now, next is the Reef of Roses. Let's go there. So when we have our new ship, this Port Cavendish is going to be good to us. Yeah, so back to what I was talking about. You know, I'd love an MMO like that where people kind of picked a profession and that's what they did in it, rather than like, you know, the way it is now is that MMOs kind of try to give you almost, you know, every job to do, and then because of that people just find ways to kind of cheat the system and skill up as quickly as possible. Wait, is there not a... Is that on? That must be underground then, is it? Or underwater, not underground. Has to be. What is it anyway? Oh, doesn't it tell you on the map? Okay. Well, let's go off this way. But for me, you know, in terms of games and stuff, the exploration is a big part of the fun for me. Finding new places and sharing with other people, I think is great as well, because it kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and with my friends, you know, summer would come and we'd decide one day, okay, we're going on a bit of an adventure, and we lived close to the countryside, so we could just take off into the countryside and go across fields and rivers and through forests and stuff, and just kind of obviously to places that, not places that no one had ever been before, but we'd never been there before, and it was fun to do that. And then once you kind of get to the point where everything's explored, then worlds kind of lose a bit of their mystique for me. That's again, it's different person to person, but would be my enjoyment, would be, you know, having that memory of going somewhere with friends rather than, oh, that's a Forlorn Fluke. That's a lot of damage we're going to take. Let's go faster, please. Let's go faster, please. Let's go faster, please. Oh God, it's gonna kill us. Okay, got the port. Thank God. Final King's Hold. Okay, let's descend for an audience. The porter has the skin of a shark. You have a drowned woman's eyes. It is not permitted to look at her hands. Yes, she rasps. That story is sufficient. She opens the valves of pearl and permits you to pass into the conduit. Okay. Let's ask for a gift. You've brought the king a story gift. You may ask a gift in return. It's impossible to know what you'll receive. Okay, rosy flesh, the king intones. One from the water, taste it in good health. He waves a gracious hand while his word is stressed. The audience is over. As you return, crab slaves carry ice boxes filled with sweet, fresh meat, pink as dawn. So we've got 5 supplies and 5 terror. Okay, I'm not sure that's exactly what we wanted though. Let's compile a port report. Yeah, I was hoping to get a hunting trophy, so I think maybe I messed that up. A ruby dream, Captain. I walked ashore at the edge of the coral caps. The drownies sported there. They called my name. They said I could join them if I partook of the feast. Their eyes were red pearls. Captain, I dare not sleep. There's such a hunger on me. Okay. No more of those. So shops, what can we do? Nothing. Shipyard. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end the video there then. And as always, if you have enjoyed this, hit that like button, share with a friend or two on your favorite social media, and I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.